Here we're going to talk about reflections. And before we get into an example using the rules over here on the right, I want to point out that before you start reflecting anything, you need to identify the key points and the coordinates of those key points on that figure. So for example, if you wanted to reflect a point, obviously you need to know the coordinates of that point. A line segment, you could just find the coordinates of each of the endpoints and reflect those. A triangle or any type of polygon, find the coordinates of each of the vertices. Or an angle, find the coordinate of the vertex and one coordinate on each of the rays. So once you've identified those key points of whatever figure you are attempting to reflect, you want to write those down on your paper. And then identify where are you reflecting it, over the y-axis, the x-axis, over the line y equals x or y equals negative x, and you want to write down that rule. So here I'm going to go over how to reflect all of these ways using the same coordinate 3, -4. So first, reflecting over the x-axis. Notice that the x-coordinate stays the same, but the y-coordinate, it says -y. Well, my y-coordinate is already negative. By negative, we don't mean make it negative. We mean the opposite sign. So if it's already negative, I'm going to make it positive. So this is the point reflected over the x-axis. Now the y-axis. Notice when you reflect over the y-axis, the y-coordinate stays the same. But the x-axis is now the opposite sign. So it was +3, now it's going to be -3. So this is the same point reflected over the y-axis. Now if I want to reflect it over the line y equals x, notice we're just switching the x and y. So this would be -4, +3. My y became my x became my y. So this is a reflection of that same point over the line y equals x. And lastly, reflecting it across the line y equals -x. Notice I'm switching my x's and my y, but I'm also taking the opposite sign. So if I'm starting with my y-coordinate, it was -4. I'm going to make it a +4, and now it's first. And then I'm going to use my x-coordinate. It was +3. I'm going to make it -3. So this is that same point reflected over the line y equals -x.